Today we go over an update for Star Wars Episode 9 when it comes to potential spoilers for the film. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, what's so exciting is that we are getting closer and closer to the principal photography stage of Episode 9, and as we get near to that date and time, we're going to be learning more about this movie. In fact, just yesterday and today, we learned all about Keri Russell being a part of Episode 9 and quite possibly portraying the character of Mara that we heard about a couple of months ago. Now, these past couple of days, we've been going over all of the different concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. that all have to do with some of the characters that we all know and love, such as Rey, Kylo Ren, Poe Dameron, Finn, etc. So, looking at where the sequel trilogy is going, J.J. Abrams does in fact plan to tie all these movies into one big movie, which is something really to look forward to. And today, I really wanted to focus on one of the concept art descriptions for Kylo Ren in Star Wars Episode 9. And a lot of people are trying to figure out exactly what does this all really mean for Kylo. In one of the concept art descriptions, it goes on over how there's a Kylo Ren and Hux scene leading a new band of stormtroopers. All are a blend of white, gray, and black. Some troopers are helmetless. Now, let me stop right there for a second because I do want to go over why there would be different tiers of stormtroopers once again in Star Wars Episode 9. Now, we've seen this continuously in the Disney canon, especially with the movies. If you look at Rogue One, we have the Death Troopers. If you look at Solo, we have the Range Troopers and a whole lot more. And with The Force Awakens, they started off with the First Order Stormtroopers. In The Last Jedi, we got the Executioner Stormtroopers and a whole lot more. Now in Episode 9, apparently we're going to get a blend of these different types of Stormtroopers where Kylo and Hux will be leading them. And they will actually be a mixture of colors white, gray, and black, some of which would be helmetless. Now, I don't know what you guys think about some of the Stormtroopers being helmetless. This may be what Supreme Leader Ren's overall rule is going to be with some of the tiers of certain Stormtroopers, which should be pretty interesting. We do know that JJ is trying to depart from everything that we are familiar with in the original trilogy, since now the First Order is being ruled by Kylo Ren. The other of which is Kylo and Hux sit in a control room with Hux bowing down to Ren as Supreme Leader. Kylo appears to be expressing a whole ton of rage upon Hux. So, the thing here is that you guys may remember from the big plot leak 2 months ago that one of the major plot elements in the movie is that Hux is going to be a mole within the First Order, and this is going to be a game of cat and mouse for at least the first and second act, where you're kind of wondering to yourselves exactly who is causing such, trouble within the First Order, and Kylo Ren is essentially trying to figure it out. And then you eventually find out that it's General Hux, and you can kind of see this connection at the very end of The Last Jedi and why this makes sense, because at the very end of The Last Jedi, when Kylo is going into that old rebellion base just after Luke's death, and, he actually tells the snow troopers or the flame troopers, whatever they were, to hold back and stay out of the entrance. You see this dirty look on Hux, like he's up to something, like he's trying to plan something in his head. Like, what should I do now? What's the plan? I'm gonna map out these ideas for the next few years to overtake Kylo Ren and claim the First Order as my own. So, the last piece is Ren holding a metallic box in his chambers. The background shows an obscure mask, quite possibly Vader's helmet, or maybe even a new helmet for Kylo Ren. Now, the reason why I believe a lot of people are very much doubtful of Kylo Ren having a brand new helmet in Episode 9 is because Rian Johnson introduced this whole entire idea of Kylo Ren shedding layers, escaping essentially childhood, even though the guy is 29, into adolescence. And looking at all of this, I think that the most iconic part about Kylo Ren, at least to me, is his crossguard lightsaber and his mask. So I found it a little off for them to destroy the mask so early, in the very beginning of The Last Jedi at that. Even in The Force Awakens, he didn't wear it a whole ton. Like, half the movie he had it, half the movie he didn't. But what's really interesting is, what if he does get a new helmet? And if he does, would it actually resemble Darth Vader's a whole lot more? Since he actually does look up to his very own grandfather, so why not, right? Now, Kylo Ren, what I find interesting about this character is that he is connected to Anakin Skywalker, you know, Darth Vader, and even his own uncle, Luke Skywalker, and his, you know, even his own mother, Leia, and Han Solo, his father. That's the one thing that I think is great about Kylo, is that he does have these connections to not only the original trilogy, but the prequel trilogy as well. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see exactly how JJ puts in that prequel trilogy continuity, especially when it involves Kylo Ren. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about all of this below in the comments section. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.